Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Callum Quinn, and today I'll be reviewing Transformers: The IDW Collection, Volume 1. Now, these books, if you believe in collecting physical media, are essential for any fan of the 2005 to 2018 Transformers run from IDW. It is truly a groundbreaking series of comics that push the envelope of what a Transformers story could be. And while every entry isn't a fantastic book, or some of them are just plain bad, the majority are well worth your time. If you are a fan of Transformers, or someone who's never really gotten why people like Transformers, this is a really good place to start. It keeps it simple, lore-wise, and is an introductory level sort of a book that gives you the information you need to understand how this universe works. Now, while there are some later and greater Transformers stories in this universe, Volume 1 offers you quite the selection of good stories. As you can see here, we have Megatron Origin, a fantastic miniseries explaining Megatron's backstory and how he became leader of the Decepticons, why the Decepticons were formed. It's a really solid read. Spotlight Blur, a pretty good one-off about Blur, and, he go fast, right? Spotlight Cliffjumper is a really interesting read. It's a solid, well-put-together story. I really recommend it. Spotlight Shockwave, which details how Shockwave and the Dinobots were trapped on Earth prior to the events of the Infiltration series, which is kind of the start of this universe. Spotlight Nightbeat, which is a fun mystery that sets up intrigue and plot points for later in the series. Spotlight Hot Rod, basically the same thing as Spotlight Nightbeat, but with more of a heist vibe to it. Spotlight Soundwave, another prequel to the Infiltration miniseries, which kicks off this universe, that explains, again, how one of these major players in the Transformers came to be where he is by the start of Infiltration. And then, of course, there's Infiltration, the 6-issue miniseries by Simon Furman, with art by E.G. Sue, that tells the story of the Transformers coming to Earth, and it's quite a different tale from the cartoon. I definitely recommend it. These came out before the 2007 live-action movie, and really shaped what that movie turned out to be, as I feel a lot of inspiration was taken from these comics, such as the Autobots and Decepticons fighting a war across the universe rather just on Earth. Throughout the book, you'll notice just gorgeous art. It's really jaw-dropping. We've got some early stuff by Alex Milne that is just amazing and really breathes life into the Transformers as characters. Organic yet technological. I mean, this stuff just blows my mind as an artist. We flip forward a little bit. We've got a more anime-inspired art style for Cliffjumper. Yeah, definitely a lot of anime vibes I'm getting in here. This is a little more, I don't know, Gundam? I don't know anything about Gundam. It's a really good read. The book itself is sturdy, although my copy has fallen apart over the years. I don't know if you can see, but the binding right here, it's kind of falling off. And that is a weird thing about these books. Some of these copies, for whatever reason, just fall apart really quick, but most of the time you'll get a good product, and if you buy it from somewhere like Amazon, you can of course return it and get a new one. The first editions come with a nice little bookmark made of a nice little leathery material, and in the front, of course, you get a nice up-close look at the cover art, a series introduction by Andy Schmidt, signed 2010. You get the cover art, of course, and then in the back, after each story, you get alternate covers, although you only get one, unfortunately. They don't do multiples, but that's some beautiful art right there. And then a cover for Spotlight Blur, and so forth. Unfortunately, there's no extra special stuff at the end, just a white page, and then it's over. There's no special features or anything, but you do get this nice art on the back. You get the character, Megatron, and then on the back you get a different angle, usually of their arm or the side of them or something, and it tells you what books are collected in here. So Volume 1 contains Megatron Origin, Spotlight Blur, Spotlight Cliffjumper, Spotlight Shockwave, Spotlight Nightbeat, Spotlight Hot Rod, Spotlight Soundwave, and Infiltration 0 through 6. So I was wrong, it's 0 through 6. You're actually getting 7 issues out of that. It's a really nice deal. There are 8 volumes in the first phase of the series. Then there's like 17 volumes of the second phase, and there's a third phase coming out, and eventually the goal is to have all the comics in this universe collected as physical media that you can buy way without having to get like 1,000 trade paperbacks or track down the individual issues. Of course, if you're just getting into this, I might recommend buying digitally. That's cheaper and you can see if you like it, but if you really like physical media, this is a good way to go. A good starting point would be this, or Volume 1 of Phase 2 is another good jumping on point. I'll put that up on the screen for you guys. That about wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. I really enjoy making this kind of content, and if you enjoy watching it, why not give me a like, a thumbs up, a subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought. And if you bought this book, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that too. Thanks for watching, and if you really like what I do here, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really helps the channel out. Have a good day, and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.